Hello and welcome to the world of pride. And I am your host, the one and only Kippy Love. I had to slow down and catch up. Hmm. But you know, um, nation, Americans native nut, pecan or pecan or pecan or pecan. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Pecan Nation. It's a maple flavored pecan, healthy snacking pecans. They're like they say they have different pronunciations on the package. Even pecans, uh, pecans, pecans, and pic and pecans. So they kind of put a little bit of everybody's language in there, so that you're talking about the same one. Like any part of the world can say pecan the same way, but they just sound differently. These are Power Snack, non-GMOs, American USA grown, and they're antioxidant rich. They're rich. It says here on the back, it says the anytime snack, breakfast garnish, mid-morning pick-me-up, lunchbox swag, afternoon delight, protein punch, and late night nibble. Did you know that the pecan is native to the North American? All other widely consumed nuts originate from other parts of the world, but the pecan is ours. Versatile, healthy, tasty, American. We are the Pecan Nation, thepecannation.com. And they have on here says high protein, plant based, antioxidant rich, heart healthy, and lowest net carbs. And that's what it says all over the place. It says there's the Pecan Nation, and then there's all the different pronunciations, the pecan, the pecan, all of the different ways to say it. There's maple flavor. And then this was I was reading on the back, the anytime snack, and then it also up here. See, that's where it says about the packed or high protein and plant based and stuff like that. We're gonna open it up and we're gonna try it and see what it tastes like. It's supposed to have like maple syrup or maple flavor or something in it. Yes, it does smell like maple syrup, and it smells like it's been marinated or it was cooked right in with the pecan, like in a sauce where they put the maple syrup in there and they put the pecans in there and they kind of like cooked it, like boiled it in the syrup to where, the maple syrup, so it penetrated the pecans. I'm gonna get about 3 of them and eat them all together and see see how it tastes. If I can tell what kind of maple syrup or what kind of tree the maple came out of. Because they got those commercials where they tell you what cow and what ranch, what part of the world your cow came from. Definitely good. Those are good. It's like it's sort of like the pecan was kind of like dry roasted enough to get as much of the moisture out of the pecan as it could be. And then when it's dry, it's like almost like, I guess when it's roasted, it was so dried, roasted, that it was like a dehydrated pecan. And then when they put it in there with the syrup, the maple syrup or the maple uh, sugar, maple, however they made it, um, then it kind of boiled in there and it penetrated all through the whole entire pecan till it was so saturated all the way through that it was dripping wet. When they pulled them out, they pulled out each individual piece with like a tweezer, so you wouldn't get any finger oil or anything on it. And they picked them. I know I'm just exaggerating, but then they would pick them up and then they let them drip just enough to where it didn't drip all the flavor and all the maple syrup out, but it was just enough to where it would drip, drip, drip. And right when it was like, they said, oh, that's enough. We don't want to get too much drip out or else it'll dry up and it won't taste like anything. It was saturated, but it stopped dripping to the point where it was still saturated. They put those back on a tray and then they dry roasted them again, or they baked them with the maple syrup right inside, because it's like, that's the way it tastes. These things feel like sort of like if you were to take a inner tube and you basically just like, or vacuum seal, and you just basically sucked all the air out to the point that it was like the pecan was being stretched with no air in it, and it was like this, and then it was like almost like a rubber band. As soon as they opened up the air canal, instead of air going in, it was the maple syrup, and it went like that, and maple syrup was like all inside of the pecan. And I mean, it probably just saturated the whole pecan from one side to the other, from the top to the bottom, or bottom to the top, to the inside to the out, to the out to the in. And when you're chewing on these, it's like, I mean, you can't tell where the pecan starts and finishes and where the syrup starts and finishes, or the maple starts and finishes. I mean, it was like they were in a race, and it was like, on your mark, get set, go. And the winner it's a tie. And they because when you chew on these, it's just like it's like maple pecan all the way through it. I mean, if you were to watch like somebody eating a cob of corn, that's the way it is. I mean, you have to basically start at one end and you go all the way through. You can't tell one bite if it's got maple syrup or if it's got pecan. You can't tell if it's got more pecan or if it's got more maple syrup all through the pecan. So, I mean, it's really good. These are delicious. I had some other ones that were like pecan flavored. I don't remember what they were flavored with. I think they had different pecans in it or something like that, or different nuts in there with it. But I mean, these are just like, maple. And right there it says on the label, maple pecan nation. Yeah. But anyway, that's our video. Y'all have a awesome day and a perfect tomorrow. And we'll catch you at Scratching Post where we can meow. I don't know what would be better. Taking catnip and maple syrup, or catnip and pecan, and doing the same process. That'd be great, wouldn't it? But anyway, that's my dream. What's yours? Anyway, bye.